Welcome back, guys. So I'm taking a little bit of a break from the Miata because I got a whole lot that I got to figure out before I move forward with that one. But today I'm going to at least start the fabrication of some muffler deletes on the Fusion Sport. So I've got these quad tips and a whole bunch of 90s, and I've got a section of like 8-foot tubing in there. So these things specifically were pretty expensive. I think they were either $40 each, or I think they were like $40 for each, just for the quad tips. And these were the closest ones I could get to factory. If you look at the factory ones, they're actually staggered a little bit. But this is what I'm doing today. I'm cutting off. First thing I'm gonna do is chop those two tubes going into the muffler. And then there's a couple of exhaust dicks up here that I'm gonna have to use my exhaust dick tool, pull the muffler out, and then it should be as simple as this. So I've got some 90s, and the way this system's gonna be set up, because it's just a muffler delete, we're just replacing the just that big lunchbox muffler. So these are both 90s, right? So I'm gonna have to add a little bit on here probably to get it to line up, but there's gonna be a couple small sections, and then I'm gonna weld a longer section right here, and then another short section over here, and that's going to clamp. I'm gonna clamp right there in the middle, and then all I have to do is add a couple of probably some like 3/8 rod or whatever to go into the exhaust hangers. So just that section right there, it ought to fit. It'll be under the heat shield that this one already has in there. And the best part about this is I don't have to weld anything on the car. So because I'm clamping to those two tubes with some high quality stainless band clamps, I can take this whole thing once I've got it marked. I'm gonna mark it with some with like a Sharpie, so that I get the angles right. And then I'm gonna take all of this out there, measure it, cut it, and start fabbing it up. I'll probably start from the side that I have to clamp and work my way this way. That way I can carry these pieces over to the welder and give them a nice clean TIG weld, rather than trying to botch this together with the MIG. And it's better than trying to do it on the car. So the hardest part is going to be getting these to be level once they're clamped in and hanging. So hopefully I'll be able to tack it and bring it out here and at least get it to hang and see if it's going to hang level. And then if it does hang level, then we're good. So let's get to it. The blade is super dull. Let's see if I got another blade, because that thing's dull. Alright. I think this one's going to be too short, but we'll find out. Oh, that worked great. Excellent. Oh, that never feels good. It's gonna sound good though. Awesome. Alright. That was the easy part, so I'm just gonna get this one off of here. Alright, so I know I probably mentioned it in another video, but this tool is super useful to have, so you don't have to fight with those exhaust hangers. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Okay. Let me sit you down for a minute. Just one more. Right up in there. Okay. Alright. And we're done. No, we got a lot more to go, but there's what we've got left. They're actually in a great spot. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a cold start, see how it sounds with this, because that's basically how it's gonna sound after I do the muffler deletes. Man, it's starting to get hot out here.
Yeah, it's a big muffler.
It's a lot.
Oh, here, take the other. Yeah, 46 inches.
Yeah. I mean, what is that? Almost 4 feet?
Yeah.
That is a big muffler. That's why I couldn't hear it.
So you're not putting anything in place of it? You're just leaving that off?
No, I'm gonna fab up pipes
Yeah.
to replace it, but I'm not adding any more muffling. Like, it's got plenty of muffler. But that thing weighs 50 pounds. But based on this line and this heat shield. So where's that tape measure? So I need to start, because I'm clamping right here. This is the only clamp I'm gonna have. And then I can just weld all of this together. And then I'm just gonna have to add an exhaust hanger, just a piece of like 3/8 rod to go over to the hanger here. So I'm gonna line it up based on this. So first I'm gonna measure right here and take a cut off of my pipe that matches this, and I'm gonna tack it onto here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and clamp this on, and then I can hold everything else up and measure how far I need over here to this 90, and then I'll cut that piece, and I'm just gonna work my way from here over until the last thing I'm gonna put on is this. That way I can make sure that it's gonna be level. So holding this right here, you need to be straight because this is at an angle, so it looks like if I cut it 4.5 inches, yeah, I'm gonna make a 4.5 inch cut of pipe, tack it on here, and then clamp it on.
Okay.
So before I forget, because I'm actually gonna scrape this off here so it doesn't catch fire. So this is the part number. It's from, I guess, a company called Northeastern. It's 2¼ ID stainless steel. So I'm gonna go ahead and scrape this off here so it doesn't burn. Turned out good.
And you're done.
That's what I said when I dropped the muffler. I was like on camera, like, oh, and we're done. No. No. Alright, let me go find out what size this is. It's 14 inches. Just cut a piece 14 inches.
We can always trim it shorter if we need to.
Yeah. Well, so these aren't exactly the same. This is a little bit smaller outside diameter than this pipe. So it's loose and it doesn't clamp down. So what we're going to do is cut just a slit of this pipe. It's about this long and I don't know, probably 1 inch wide or so, and stick it in here so when we can't clamp it down, it holds it tight. Because this isn't going to compress anymore. We've already got it as tight as it's going to go, but it's got a support right there. So then this section is going to be 14 inches for now. Safety glasses. I don't need them.
Yeah, you do.
Hopefully these will work on each side to evenly clamp this down so that we don't have it loose on one side or the other. But we've got this tacked, so I'm gonna go out there and hold it up and make sure that we don't have to cut any more off of this, and then figure out and make sure that the 90 is not gonna be too long, and then I can come back in. I can mark it. I need to remember the Sharpie. I can mark the angle that the 90 needs to go on, and then I can come back, tack this in, and I'm basically, from the rest of the build, I'm gonna tack everything until it's good, and then I'll come back and weld it all. Obviously, I gotta extend that one. But if I do it like that, it'll be the right height and angle. Down just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so I'm gonna mark it.
Nice.
Oh, that's fucking warm. Trying to leave myself enough to do the other side, so I'd probably just bring it right there, get a nice big weld on both sides of it, because it's at the right height. It's just got to keep it from going down.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll cut it right here.
Now it goes around and get more.
Yeah, if I don't have enough, we'll just go get more. I mean, it's gonna drive me crazy to not convert more,
It'll be fine.
but not much I can do at this point.
I mean, for something we cobbled together, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, dude. Not fucking great. just want to show you guys, if you're looking to actually build this yourself. So I didn't want to go through and try to put a bunch of links for everything, just because I'm kind of short on time right now. But everything you need to build this right here, you can get most of it from Amazon. So you got your 2 1/4 dual tip exhaust. You got, so these clamps, these exhaust clamps right here, I've actually got some other ones that I'm gonna try that I haven't put them on yet, but they should have a step down to match to the between the factory exhaust and the 2 1/4 that I made the exhaust out of. So, and then for your 90s, this is a Stainless Brothers 2 1/4 90s, and then I didn't even realize it. Apparently, I also got the straight section, and it was 5 feet from Amazon too. So, as far as pricing goes, it total for just this stuff, which was everything except for the correct clamps that I haven't tried yet, because these are the ones that are still in my car. So, I'm gonna try taking these off soon and switching them. But it was $110 for the 2 tips and the original clamps. It was $93 for 4 of these Stainless Brothers 90s, and then it was about $50 for this straight section of 2 1/4 pipe. So this right here, it's like 2 1/8 ID by 2 1/8 OD. So it's a lap joint clamp. So it's got this step down right here, and this should fit what I've got right now without having those extra pieces that I cut in there. So I'm gonna try those, but you guys can search for all this stuff. Yeah, so you should be able to put this together for about $250, and it's a lot cheaper. The only thing that we have on the market that I know of are the muffler deletes. Hold on. So the only thing that I know of that's on the market for the cars is these, which they sell as just this is by MRT, MRT KR Axleback, which is essentially what I built, and that's what I based it off of when I was designing it. You can also get them with mufflers in them, which the car doesn't really drone that much. It's just, it doesn't really have a great exhaust sound. I don't really like it all that much. It just sounds like a V6 with a broken flex pipe or something, but it's cool to be able to hear the exhaust. It's actually made me get a little bit better mileage. But you can get them with this version 2 here has some mufflers in it. So if you wanted to buy some short straight through mufflers, that's also an option. It's just that the car from the factory is almost silent. You can barely hear it. That's one of the reasons they put the they run the sound through, like, the virtual sound of the engine through the speakers, which I wanted to actually hear the exhaust note. So, but yeah, the price on those, $580, and I just built one for, you know, about $300. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for hopefully some more Miata stuff pretty soon.